I've never seen anything with rabies beat anyone to death, but I'm not a rabies expert. Imagine you're invited on vacation to your friend's family home in Hawaii. Oddly enough, she has a pet chimp. Unfortunately for all of you, it turns deadly. Today, I'm breaking down the new 2026 horror movie, Primate. So grab a snack, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. The movie begins with a PSA about rabies, also known as hydrophobia, where animals are driven crazy by the sight of water, and if not treated within 48 hours, there's no cure. A vet named Doug goes into the enclosure of Ben, a chimpanzee, attempting to inject him with something. Unfortunately for him, he gets his face torn off, which was really insane to watch. We then see some news clippings about Ben and his intelligence and the family he belongs to. On the plane, we meet Lucy, on the phone with her sister Erin. She's headed back to her family home with her best friend Kate. Though, Kate also invited Hannah, who Lucy doesn't seem to love a whole lot. They meet Drew and Brad on the plane and are picked up by Kate's brother Nick at the airport, who has some vibes with Lucy. They arrive back at Lucy's insane cliffside family home, and we meet her dad, Adam, who's a writer and deaf, and who has to leave for a few days because of a movie deal. Lucy apologizes to her sister for being gone so long and gives Ben a teddy bear, revealing that the chimp from the beginning belongs to them. Ben is able to speak through a device, and they introduce Hannah to him. Hannah asks Nick about Lucy's mom and finds out that she died of cancer last year. Hannah's giving herself a tour, and she finds the pool and gets startled by Ben, who isn't happy to see the water. Wonder why? Adam stops him from low-key attacking Hannah and says he's just weird around strangers. Adam puts him back in his enclosure and finds a wound on him, but does nothing about it. In the morning, Adam delivers the dead mongoose that bit Ben to the girls. I didn't know what a mongoose was, but they're freaking cute. With Adam gone, the girls do some partying and call the guys from the plane, leaving a message with their address. Lucy delivers Kate to bed and then sees Nick and Hannah kiss. Oof. We then arrive back at the beginning scene where Doug gets his face torn off. And now that we've met Ben, it's really sad to see what becomes of him. Rabies sucks. Kate wakes up and then finds Ben's bear has a tongue twister. And then Ben, who's acting super creepy. She calls Lucy downstairs, but then Ben is gone. They hear screaming and find Ben almost attacking Hannah and Nick. They tie him up and try to call the vet, the one who got his face torn off. So, of course they hear his phone ringing. Ben chews himself loose and bites Erin. That's crazy, she has rabies now. They all jump into the pool since Ben can't swim, and chlorine on that wound has got a sting. They then come to the conclusion that Ben has rabies, scaring Erin even more. The next part had my jaw dropped. Nick wants to push Ben over the edge of the cliff, but Ben pulls Nick off instead, killing him instantly. I guess rabies Ben is just as smart as regular Ben. Ben kind of laughs about it, which doesn't feel like rabies. I would consider this demonic possession. Lucy grabs them a floaty but doubles back for the phone as well, and she makes it, but the screen is broken and they can only go to recent calls, which is the boys from the plane. But before they can ask for any real help, Ben reaches down from the lights and grabs Hannah's hair, ripping out a big chunk of it. And the phone drops in the water and goes dead. Ben then types on his speaking machine, "Nick dead," over and over again. Like, yeah, thank you, we just saw that. It's traumatizing. Elsewhere, Adam is at his signing and gets told by the vet that the mongoose tested positive for rabies, to which he says there isn't any rabies in Hawaii. Like, hey, you have 24 hours to treat rabies, so maybe rush home just in case. She says they'll test it again. With Ben gone, Lucy and Kate leave the pool but accidentally turn on the TV and have to hide in the closet. Lucy grabs the phone, but Ben starts saying "Lucy bad" on his voice box. They get away, but then Kate trips and Ben bashes her head in with a rock. Ben then attacks Lucy, but Hannah saves her with a rope. They try to pull him in the water, but fail. Because I guess a chimp is stronger than 2 humans, which is crazy. Adam begins to stress that Lucy isn't answering them, and he leaves. The plane boys arrive at the house, which apparently was left unlocked. They split up and search for the girls. Brad finds the smashed up living room and broken down door, but assumes they were partying instead of broken into. I would be calling 911. but that's just me. Ben finds Drew and rips his jaw off. Very gross. The girls try to warn Brad on the balcony, but Ben beats him to death with a shovel. So there goes those two guys very quickly. Hannah uses this distraction to escape to the car. She calls the police, but Ben has the car keys and gets inside and beats her to death. Erin isn't doing so well, so Lucy leaves the pool to go get help, though she steps on glass. But hey, Adam arrives, though he's not much help when he can't hear Ben attacking Lucy. But lucky for her, Erin distracts him and gets super scratched up. Adam finds Drew's body, so now he knows something's up, and he blows a whistle to stop Ben before he kills Lucy. The family ends up in a 3v1 against Ben, and Adam stabs him with a broken bottle. I don't think I'd be able to fight my dog like this. That's my baby. Ben gets up again, but falls to his death 2 seconds later, so not much point of that. Erin gets an ambulance, and Lucy is startled by the speaker machine, but it was just the cops. And they live happily ever after, with their friends and their pet dead. And that was Primate. That was such a quick ending. The movie felt really short, but it was like an hour and a half long. Ben started attacking like 20 minutes in, felt like everyone was killed off within the hour, one after another so quickly. And then they kill Ben, and the movie ends 2 seconds later with a little wrap up and fake out for no reason. It was entertaining, but also I'm entertained by pretty much any movie. It is a great PSA for rabies though, because now I am scared. Rabies is scary. I can't believe there's a disease that basically turns you into a raging zombie, with your only goal being to bite and spread. I think the movie was a little dramatized though. I've never seen anything with rabies beat anyone to death, but I'm not a rabies expert. Subscribe for more breakdowns, deep dives, and more. Like and comment below what you thought of this movie. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.